Hi guys, I'm Sean. This is Alyssa. Gus is in our hearts, and this is Internet Rabbit Hole Daily. And we've been going down a bit of a triple R rabbit hole. That's right, we've been checking out basically anything we can related to triple R, and we have found, well actually you guys found another video for us to check out called VFX Artists React to TOLLYWOOD, Bad and Great CGi.
In R.
What?
Because the last R stands for rabbit hole.
Ah!
A quadruple R.
Quadruple R. I like the sound of that. Well, here, so we really enjoyed the special effects. We just watched in Triple R. We just saw a behind the scenes sort of featurette featuring that scene in the film where they're going across that, what would you call it, that bridge, and things are blowing up. You got the little kid in the water. And I was surprised at how much CGI was going on. And not just CGI. We had like the CGI. We had mini models. We had people hanging from cranes, flying across the blue screen. It really gave you an appreciation for how these scenes are sort of cobbled together. And so I'm hoping that this takes a look at some of the other sequences in the film that we didn't get a chance to look at. I'm thinking of one in particular where he lets all those animals go and they're at like that presidential palace and things go wild.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be interesting. But it's not all good because they're also going to take a look at some bad CGI. So I'm curious to see what that's going to be all about.
So this is from the channel Corridor Crew.
I'm ready to get into it if you are.
Yeah.
Oh, he's out! This is like a
That's like us reacting.
Hollywood shot.
Animating animals is probably one of the hardest things to do. You don't have like a reference of a tiger, like,
Flipping front, flipping over. For as ridiculous as certain scenes can get, this one is actually pretty believable. That looks great.
That looks so good.
Dude, that's so smart. That's so smart.
Yeah, they're loving it.
Yeah.
Because they tried to do
their
the
sponsor.
practical effects when they could, If they could do it physically, they did it from the looks of it.
VFX Artists React. And this week, something very special for you. The worldwide phenomenon, the global blockbuster from South Indian cinema that has swept the world.
Yes.
RRR, for me, it actually sums up and utilizes all these crazy things you see in Bollywood and Tollywood movies for the purpose of telling a better story. Like, the action is crazy, it is out of the world, but also it's focused on storytelling. It's entertaining because it makes the characters cooler. The songs, the dances, they're not just random music videos dropped into the movie.
No.
They are story beats.
Oh, that's
and,
brutal.
Oh my God.
It synthesizes
Seriously.
all of the elements that you think about when you think about Bollywood movies as these sort of visually over-the-top extravaganzas.
Yeah.
But it hyper-focuses it.
I've seen 2 films in theaters, like so far into 2022. Those 2 films are RRR and RRR.
Wow.
If you're in America, RRR is on Netflix, but it's in Hindi, not its original language. You should try to watch it in Telugu if you can. You should definitely try to get it in the theater.
And if you are going to watch it, try and watch it with a group of people.
But you have
Sorry, guys, it was not in our theater. People keep asking. We live in a small enough town that unfortunately we just get skipped when it comes to that stuff.
you have to disregard some stuff. You have to throw away the bags of what you know about films. Take that bag of Oscars, throw in the dumpster. Get it out of here. It's trash.
So with that, let's dive into RRR.
Oh, this is, so they are starting with a different scene here.
2,000 extras in this scene.
Indian films have very good crowd work and extra work. There's a really great VFX breakdown of the scene too, which shows you just excellent use of crowds.
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh, that's really clever.
Oh, wait. So it's not even fully CG crowds. We're talking about like plates of crowds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they really committed to
Single
have some real
photograph
stuff in there.
image.
This is a blend of virtual.
Yeah, everybody against the fence is real because they're interacting with a real object. But right behind them, by about 10 people back, you get into CG people and positive people.
So he's been ordered to arrest one guy in this crowd of thousands.
It's insane.
As ridiculous as certain scenes can get in this film and others, this one is actually pretty believable. Like, you watch this guy go through the crowd and you're convinced that he's actually like controlling this.
What's great is also the shot design here lets you, like, you really, even the wide, you catch exactly where he is.
Which is crazy to be able to pull that off.
Yeah.
to be able to easily see him. Like, notice how everybody in the
it's
crowd
hard,
is
right?
wearing headwear except for him.
And then great cutaways here to emphasize what's happening, right? So this punch here, boom, right? A little bit of CG blood to just emphasize each of these single hits. A tiny thing I noticed on my 4th rewatch of this was to make the crowd feel bigger. You have varying heights. It might be only like 2-3 layers of people deep, but then even further, right? See, you get little bits of the flag even further back.
And it was
that's really
filmed
just a
like
clever
down
way of
below.
implying more depth, right? Even though you won't visually see it by having some stuff higher up.
You're right.
I mean, it really seems like they're committed to having really practical stuff in the foreground at almost all times.
Yeah. All the stuff that your eye is focusing on.
Yeah.
It's all about the particulate and the smoke in the air that really blends it out.
Oh, they've got the flags too in the crowd.
And the use of slow-mo here is very much, reminiscent of, I think, what John Woo does so well, which is using slow-mo as a means to emphasize and draw out beats. And it's like over and over again, the use of speed and speed ramping.
And rhythm too, like we're slow, he's hurt. And then now that he's refreshed, and he gets one breath, gentle push in, getting that rhythm back.
It's like taking that
and
moment
Now we're back in.
boom,
to
boom,
convey.
boom.
Wow.
Goes fast again,
Yeah.
and he's at 100% ready
I
to
love
go.
that shot. I love this. Pause for a second on that. Now, is that calm?
That's a comp.
It's like you're inside his head in that
Wait,
moment.
I've
like
seen so many eyeball reflection shots or sunglass reflection shots in these types of films, but this is probably the best,
best.
one because first off, they're like distorting it.
Yeah, look
it
how
looks
crazy that
like
is.
It's reflecting on a curved surface properly.
The reflections of his eyelashes.
You miss this if you don't.
There's so much
like,
detail
there's so
put
much
into it to
going
the point
on.
where it's like, is that 100% real? His eye would have to be a chrome ball. Or his eye would have to be a chrome ball to
You
get
see a
that shot.
camera in the reflection too. Also,
Oh, you would.
But
you're
it's
right.
too
This
cool. You don't
single
notice
shot still
that
telling
it
the story of
couldn't-
the scenes. It is one person against a huge crowd and him intimidating, right? It's almost POV, but you're seeing
I
it
didn't
through
even
his
notice
essence
that
incredible.
when I watched
one
it, right?
glance, and that's
What
all.
a
gotta
cool
watch
sequence.
Back.
Yeah,
See all the
exactly.
details.
Look how many asses were kicked.
All right, we've introduced Rom.
A beam.
This is, by the way, maybe the 2 greatest character introductions in a movie you've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Dude, this introduction is so dope.
And remember, too, in the language of the movie, they both represent the 2 elements, right? So Rom's supposed to be fire, and then NTR's supposed to be water.
Yeah, he had the torch that hits the gate before it reveals him.
Yep.
And here we're on water.
Here, it's like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
starts
All the
on
Totally.
reflection
symbolism.
before we turn around.
That's a fun shot.
It's weird, this blood looks perfectly real at first, and then it gets a little CG at the end.
It's totally. There is so much CG blood drips in this movie.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's probably an element that they poured down like something and comped it.
One of the things that's really interesting due to, sort of the cultural sensitivities towards animals. Animals in these movies are all CG, right? They don't mess with the possibility of harm to any animals.
Yeah, they say that in the films all the time.
Yeah.
Like, no harm.
Yeah.
By the way, do you guys notice that he turned into a CG man there?
Yeah.
That little blend there. There's a
Oh
blend.
wait.
Yeah,
Yeah,
real,
I
real,
noticed.
Real,
and then
spin.
little Texas switch to a CG double.
Oh.
Dude, what?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, what a shot.
What's great
Even
about
like in
slow-mo, by the way,
slow-mo
in
gets
the
you-
world of slow-mo,
helps you to
you
appreciate
don't
it.
have any visual context for what should look right.
Yeah.
So you can get away with animation to just emphasize like the swipe or whatever. Even if you like play that back at normal speed, it might look weird, but it doesn't matter because it works in the slow-mo
So
context.
interesting.
So something that's looked really nice here, but when they hit the ground, there's a bunch of CG leaves. Boom, right there.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
that like, really
right.
sells the contact.
Whoa. Yeah, those look
They
nice.
put a lot of effort into these tiger shots.
Animating animals is probably one of the hardest things to do. Like if you're doing a human being, it's like, oh, I need him to dance and do this weird move. It's like, well, I can look in a mirror or a
And it
chroma
doesn't
key
have
phone.
to look
You
super
don't have, like,
realistic when you do the
reference of a
humans,
tiger,
right?
like, you know,
Flipping
doing the.
over.
I need a tiger doing the semi-truck crash.
The way
in
it
Dark
flips
Knight.
there looks real cool.
This is the one shot that's janky.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
The punch zoom into a different perspective. I f***ing loved it though.
Well, I mean, there's other shots that are janky, but look how good this shot
it's a
looks.
great
That
shot.
shot looks excellent now.
But what a good setup for like a man versus a tiger. He needs to stay calm.
He's to stay calm.
He needs to roar back. Use
And he's acting.
Every time.
Did they have anything stand
Never
in
gets old.
across
The
from
tension of
him?
that shot is incredible.
I doubt
too,
it.
right?
Doing
He's
the
in
acting.
full flex, but the whole theater is losing their minds at this point.
Yeah.
It's like,
This scratches all the itch that are like the best WWE matches.
yes, agreed.
There's parts like this that are so well done that are easily on par, if not better than
Like
stuff
that's
you see in
great.
movies.
That's
Yeah,
a
this looks
great
amazing.
shot. It's also shot choice too, because there's an angle where that shot is almost impossible to do, right? Like, but then if you're coming behind and you're letting the foreground be the tiger, you can get away with not necessarily being exactly where is his hand positioned into it, because it's covered, right?
I have to imagine one of the hardest things for the VFX team and the director here in this scene was to have it where it's like the tiger's falling asleep, it's struggling, but it's still scratching him a little bit, enough that it really hurts, but not enough that it wounds him. Like, you need to hit that story beat.
Because it needs to communicate that it's still dangerous, right? Because there's a movie where it's like, he goes, and boom, he hits a tranquilizer dart, and boom, it's down, right?
Yeah.
It's like, no, the struggle continues still. There is already a built-in suspension of disbelief whenever we choose to watch a movie. If the purpose of the shot is like, the tiger's chasing him, and it's not selling a big story beat, then it's like, okay, it literally doesn't matter as much compared to the story beat here where he's gonna cradle it. That you can't be distracted by, oh, this looks bad. You can forgive it because you're forgiving the movie because it's a movie.
Yeah. I mean, VFX
Well, the
is
other
like
parts
a
are
really
so quick,
abstracted
too.
version of acting, where it's like, when you're in the middle of action, the acting's not super important. But when like an actor is like having a very intimate moment with another actor, it's like, you can't get distracted by bad acting.
Throughout this movie, they do an incredible job of making sure to focus their strengths at the points that they actually need it.
They do that for over 2,800 VFX shots.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's insane.
That's unreal.
It's a nice train. That's CG. 100% CG, by the way.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, that shot of the front of the train right there that we just saw was 100% CG.
Okay, but like I saw they made miniatures for this whole
Yeah,
train.
the model. We
Miniatures.
saw
They
that.
only make
We
miniatures
saw
and
that
you wanna
video.
blow 'em up. Classic. Gotta hit the
The
sparks.
sparks from the brakes. Wait,
That is
so
the really
fire
cool
shots of
shot.
the miniatures? Because obviously we got CG fire up
CG.
here.
CG fire, yep.
But then this next shot is quite
That's
nice
miniature.
looking.
So cool. And this scene looks great.
Yeah.
That looks great. Oh, that fire looks
Dude, that's so smart. That's so smart. All right, we have a CG train for the close-ups, and then we have a miniature for the destruction and the physics of it. Usually it's either backwards or like flipped, or like completely one and the other.
Yeah.
I've never seen the use of that where we're gonna use CG for everything except for when physics takes over.
That's a real size right there, full size
wonder
thing. This is all
why.
wire
That
work.
they just tipped.
Yep, but this is all in camera here, except for the background, which is Compton.
One of the tricks I always feel like that I see is that explosions are very bright, and oftentimes real explosions will blow out. Like you have elements of pure white in there.
Yeah, look at that.
But then CG explosions, every VFX artist is like, but I put all this effort in these flames. I want to see all the details of the flames.
I
And
know.
It's like,
That's like the biggest gripe. Nico
interesting.
mentions it all the time too. it's like
Fire's bright.
it's like the classic Marvel movie explosion where you just have like the super detailed and flat explosion.
It's like just brown.
There's
Keep
no
in
white
mind, if you're
there.
compositing an
The real would be
explosion,
white.
That is
were
exactly
saying?
what you want to simulate to make it look real.
Yep.
yeah. Right when the flames are at his hands, you get the proper halation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Proper halation on the finger.
Woo!
Good work.
That's what it's called, halation.
Halation, yeah.
It's not called light wrap or whatever.
Bloom.
I think halation is like the technical, like.
So
Okay.
many
Optics
details.
term.
So,
And these guys know their
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
you know?
All right,
This isn't
bloom
just
is when light
your
gets
average
refracted
Joes
passing
here.
through your lens. Halation is when it hits your film and causes the silver crystals next to where the light is hitting to also change color and expose.
Such fine
Pulls out
detail.
on the sensor
Yeah,
or
and-
the
Yeah.
film.
But your brain kind of knows if it's not right, you know? You might not be notice it specifically, but there's
Is
something
game
wrong
recognizing
about it.
game?
Game recognizing game. Two hand signals. Like I'm just with you.
Yeah.
love
And they
that.
know everything. Yeah,
that's
they're
like,
totally on the same page.
Love that.
Oh yes.
Whoop.
Yes. You can't start a horse without having the horse start.
He didn't
Yeah.
even tell him the whole plan,
Dude,
by the way.
the torque on that horse is so...
Like, get going.
There's still more secrets left to this plan that we don't know yet. See, that is not style. That is substance.
Dang.
So the flag isn't just because they're heroes of their country, which obviously they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole time you're like, what? This seems excessive.
Like,
Why?
that's a
What's
little
with the flag?
excessive.
This seems. What is this style with the flag?
Yeah.
Any other Bollywood and Tollywood movie would just be style.
To wrap them around because of the fire.
Fool. What's
I
happening
didn't
here?
put all that together until now. Oh my gosh.
Why? What would it?
Yeah.
There's only one answer, and that's.
And that's why he's
You tell me
getting
that
it
there's
wet
not
too.
a greater wingman move than
To
knowing that
protect
your
himself.
buddy is going to need to protect himself from that
So
flame.
crazy.
And
Yeah.
then the build here.
And then he's like, there we go.
Dun, 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 dun,
How did they
dun,
get
dun,
down
dun,
from
dun.
there?
Titles!
How far are we in this movie? So how far is this?
You have like 20 minutes in.
40 minutes, and now the main title hits.
Oh, right, the main
After
title.
they introduce themselves,
But they said the story at the beginning. It says the
They
story.
can be like, hey, we acknowledge that what we just
They
did
don't
was
get the
kinda
title
ridiculous.
card till.
Oh yeah, they even
What
put
do you
them
mean?
up there.
Well,
Like the very beginning, it's like Molly, and then it's like the story, and then remember?
okay. Well, I don't quite
Because
remember.
when I was editing, and then
yeah,
like,
yeah,
the
yeah.
story.
Well, because what I thought they were saying is that the official sort of title card didn't come. So maybe there was the story, but this was like the proper RRR, the movie one. I don't know.
Yeah, they had all the different ones, but I swear there's the one at the
Yeah.
very beginning.
So this,
'Cause when the
this
girl
must
gets
be sort of
taken.
maybe the official.
After the girl gets taken, yeah, never remember, and then it's got that.
remember more than I do.
Title.
Have to, but they did.
Wait, are they actually holding on?
them, dude.
Wait, hold on. Stop. Freeze. No, they're holding hands. They're like maybe there could be a cable connecting them that's like either on the back of their wrists.
Oh, by the way, that's the CG horse in that shot right there.
That's a CG horse.
That's a CG
it has
horse.
to stop. It has to stop and let them go off.
Yeah, check out the CG horse rig. Yo, what? And look at his little bike trainer wheels thing. So he can do his like, move every time.
Oh, that's so cool. Just get that perfect
There is
shot,
So
right?
an
cool.
incredible scene, a dance number, if
God.
you will, called
Natu,
Natu.
Natu.
However,
The
we
best.
can't include it on this episode on YouTube, or else, well, we'll get flagged. So if you want to watch it, head over to corridordigital.com
Oh,
and watch
interesting.
the extended version where we
It's the greatest dance sequence in cinematic history.
head over there if you want to check it out.
Yeah, I don't know. Could
Copyright.
someone suggest another dance sequence?
Yeah.
I can't think of one.
CG.
Get out of the way.
No.
I think did they flip it? I think they flipped just looked pretty good. I don't know, you tell me.
Ah, here we go. This is the one I was talking about.
What a shot.
Love it.
Oh,
What a good
yes.
payoff. He finally makes his move. He does the British, and he does it with all the creatures he's been capturing in the forest.
So this does a very John Woo kind of Hong Kong cinema thing here where we're jumping through time, right? Like this is out of time. We're taking our beat here. We're taking a long time, right? Now
so
we're coming back
cool.
to it. So all that stuff again is like the sort of cutting in a way that is emphasizing emotion over temporal logistics.
It's anime.
It's anime.
Get off me.
Here we go.
And that stunt guy just does the perfect.
Perfect flip.
That's called like a gainer, right? Or something?
header.
A header?
Header, yeah.
Like you can feel like the tension of the animation like almost breaking. The header actually
Brings it
works.
around. Yeah.
Holy
And the
hell.
animation of that
Like,
leopard
what the
spinning around,
heck?
like it fits.
Can we just pause for one second to
crazy.
just acknowledge and appreciate the filmmaking artistry that goes into deciding not to do this whole sequence as a stupid oneer? I'm tired of stupid oneers. We're at a point
What
where
does he
people
mean?
know there are cuts in oneers. Like it's not
Oh,
cool.
very
It's not
long,
cool anymore.
uninterrupted camera
Stop
shot.
with the useless, boring oneers. Filmmakers, I'm telling you this right now, you're not cool for doing a oneer anymore. Nobody is impressed anymore. Nobody thinks it's cool and nobody likes it.
Yeah.
And because
I
of
love
that,
these
no one
guys.
likes
Yeah.
the boring.
They're so funny. I'm gonna
Stop
watch.
doing boring oneers.
love this
Super boring.
content.
Stop doing boring oneers. No, listen, a good oneer. There's plenty of good oneers out there, but they're used to like
He's
bridge
so
together.
flustered.
And again, they don't overstay their welcome. There's
that's-
a purpose to it. So this is like a long single shot to show what? To show the chaos
then they
and sort of
cut.
the scope of what's happening here. Right? The purpose of this, it's the range of animals, even the horseback sort of folks can't even handle it, and the punctuation mark, and we're starting a fire. That's like a technical wonder. But like they're cutting out of it by a certain point.
It's not going dragging on forever.
Oh, what an intro.
Fire showing up.
Love the detail that like the power of these horses are gonna even part like right the two most dangerous animals that you've seen up until this point, artificially keeping him very dark in the front, right? Even
yeah.
this next shot here, it's almost completely that's completely ridiculous, right? That's almost
Yeah.
300. Right?
Yeah.
It looks like a shot from Sin City almost, but like yeah, but the purpose is this dark. We're gonna flip this. Get a low angle of our guy walking. Oh my God!
This is like a trademark Bollywood and Tollywood shot. Something flipping in slow motion above a cop. This is a trademark shot.
And then of course the wheel hits. This coming up here, I think, is one of the most sublime theatrical moments I've ever had, which is the key shot. So the key falls out of his hand.
It was so close. It was
Oh,
literally in
yeah.
his grasp.
He's coming in and out of focus, and then like you can track the moment it goes, and then he's gonna come into focus one more time, and now his look is different, right? And now you know it's like, no, now they're against each
Now
other.
he's pissed.
Yeah.
How hard this hits too. Boom,
Oh.
right? It's almost a jump cut
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
emphasize the speed of
That
it.
This
looks
is that
really
Dragon Ball Z
physical.
action now, where, like very singular, powerful strikes here.
Good crisp choreo with the emphasis on the hits, like low angle, but like just great choreo there.
And using smoke that's backlit behind them so you can silhouette them and read their body shapes.
Ah, clever, good point, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh, 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 fire. Yes!
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Kudos to the VFX artist on that shot. Every single time I see it, that little arc of the background rocket over Ram's head.
Yeah.
yeah,
Sometimes you're just like, you know what? Those Bezier curves just hit.
Oh, that's super
Bezier
cool.
curves just hit different, and this is one of the shots where them Bezier curves just hit different.
Whoever was placing them knew where to
They
place
knew
them.
exactly. It's like a painting,
They
dude.
didn't even have to
course.
decide where they went. They were like, oh, this is where they belong. That shot could be complete chaos if done incorrectly.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like
No,
you're watching just like, oh, what the heck?
We should pause it here. Showing you the rest of this fight would be a disservice to you. You should go watch the movie.
Oh.
Hey guys, it's me, Jake, again, here on a giant Bollywood film set, doing things today. Now you may not know this, but
Oh,
it's
okay. I see. This was a little
Sponsored.
segue
building
into
credit and
the.
getting credit more accessible
Yeah.
to everybody, to allow you to start building credit.
Well, this
with
isn't gonna work for many of our viewers here. You got to be a United States resident. We're not even United States residents.
It's like it's a debit card, but it's like a credit card because you can earn credit.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
put
still give them
their
a shout.
promo in our description since we are reacting to
I would
their
love to hear
video.
your favorite parts of our
Yeah, just talk about
Yeah,
the
let's
movie.
just talk about the movie. I just want you guys to talk to me about the movie. Tell me what you think of it. Tell
Man,
me the
these guys
stories.
are
How did you discover
really,
it? Where'd you watch
loved
Was
it.
Awesome?
Really
You know any
Good
fun facts that
video.
you want to share with other viewers or ourselves? Yeah, enlighten us. We barely scratched the surface. There's multiple scenes which I would even argue are even better scenes than everything we just watched.
Oh, wow.
And we will leave them for you to discover.
With you and your friends.
They could do like a
In a movie.
10-parter. It looks like.
Try and get as many
Yeah.
people together as you can, because this is a movie that you will want to stand up and scream at.
Yeah.
Consider subscribing.
You know what? You're welcome. You know what? You're welcome. If you hadn't heard about this movie at this point, and this is driving you to watch the movie, you're welcome.
It all started here. It started with this man being like, hey guys, I've discovered something. I think you need to see it.
I pushed hard for this movie. I continue to push hard for this
Wow.
movie because I want more movies like this. And I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoy the movie. I hope you seek it out. I hope you have a good time.
Oh, they have a
we got
Bollywood.
more.
There's a Bollywood
All right, thanks
one.
for watching.
Oh my
Freddie, thanks for
goodness.
joining us.
Well, we've got. We're definitely gonna want to check
Any-
those ones
any
out.
chance
Yeah.
I can see to watch
'Cause I
frames of
think
this
that's
movie and learn more
Bahubali,
about
isn't it?
I will take it.
Yeah.
So
So it
they,
looks like we got a Bahubali one there.
yeah, let's.
And then we've
react to
got
that.
this other one over here
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
another
guy on the police car just hanging out there.
I want to know though. It'd be great for us to see the movie that
And
they're
then
covering.
check out absolutely.
But we
That's
can
usually
do
the
the
best way to do
Bahubali
things.
one.
Well, there you go, folks. That was definitely a great sort of in-depth look at the behind-the-scenes
Mm-hmm.
stuff from the perspective of folks that really know what they're looking at. Like these
There
guys,
wasn't even any-
check out all the big blockbusters.
Where was the bad? Because it's saying Tollywood bad and great.
Well, there was a couple of shots where they said, okay, well, this was a bit
They had
janky,
some
or maybe this
janky-
one
yeah.
wasn't as
had a
good.
bit of Chris-
But it was
But they
few
were
and
also
far
like-
between, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was also like, oh, it doesn't need to be, it's a running sequence of this, and so like you don't need to have.
Yeah,
but
they
then
had
the close-up
perhaps
thing,
some minor things
Critiques.
that critiques, but on the whole, boy, did they love it. And in fact, they not only liked it, but said that it was sort of paving new ground. There was things that they saw in this film that I don't think they'd seen before. So that's what you're looking for, I think, as someone who checks out VFX for a living, is something new that you hadn't seen before. So anyways, we enjoyed it a whole lot. The camera's about to run out of time here, so we're going to have to sneak
Sign
off and
off.
see you guys in the next video. But if you'd
know
like to
what
see
to
us react
do.
to the next one,
subscribe, click that bell.
thumbs up, comments,
and,
all
yep.
the good stuff. We love you guys a whole
Love you
lot.
guys.
This is Internet Raoul Daily RH.
Sign
off.
up. Bye.
Bye, guys.